Hi there, my name's Andy Young and I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitec in Auckland, New Zealand. And this is one of my basic skills videos. This one covers how to use a Scotchlok. Now, not that many of you may have come across these because they're pretty popular in England, probably Europe, but over in New Zealand, I've not seen very many of them around. On a previous video, I showed you how to use crimp type connectors, like these ones here, look, plenty of those, all different colours, different sizes. And what we didn't cover, because it wasn't part of that video, is Scotchloks. Now, Scotchloks are a little bit different to crimp type connectors. You do not require any special tools to use these. They are absolutely useless outside the vehicle. So anything like tow bar wiring connections for your trailer, these things don't last 5 minutes. Once the water gets in, it just rots them out real quick. How do they work? Well, they're really simple. If I open one up for you, you'll see we've got this little metal bar, like a buzz bar across the top. Now this one hasn't yet been used and we're going to use it shortly. And then on the inside we've got some little channels for wires, and you'll notice that one of the channels, the top channel here, goes all the way through, runs right through the unit all the way down, and the one underneath has a little dead end on it, a little stopper. Now the idea is with Scotchloks that you can use this to tap into a wire without having to cut that wire or having to pare back the insulation. So to give you an idea, you've got that groove there, look, and you can see at the top there's the steel insert that's going to be pushed through all the wires. And it's got little tiny grooves in that. So you put basically the wire that you want to tap into in the groove that goes all the way through the Scotchlok. And then the wire you want to feed from that, the pickup wire from there, you need to put in and right up to that stop. Take that one out of the way for now. So you've got the stop there, look, it's really hard to camera, but there you go. Okay, you put that wire in at the bottom groove as far as the stop goes. And then you once both wires are in, you close up the Scotchlok, and that holds everything in place. And then you get some bullnose pliers, and all you do is you squash that down. So I'll do one for you, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so this is the wire here. The green wire is the one we're going to tap into. That's under the dashboard, for example, or in the engine bay, and it's just part of the loom. This is the wire that's going to go off to maybe a relay to trigger something. This could be an extra set of spotlights that's triggered by the headlights, for example. And we get our Scotchlok and we just thread it around the wire like that. And then we get our new piece of wire that's going to run off to the relay, and we just insert that from one side. We've got to make sure it goes all the way through. So yep, that'll go all the way through at that point. You can just feel it pass the metal and hit the stop at the end. So all the wires now are trapped in that plastic. They can't go anywhere. Then all you do is you just get your pliers, your bullnose pliers, and you just squash that down. There you go, look, like that. Give it a really good squash. Perfect. And you can see now, if you look in the side, that metal plate's come down. And the metal plate, if I pull one out for you, you'll see it's got little tiny slits in it. So it goes down either side of the wire. It doesn't cut through the wire, it just slits through the insulation and makes contact with the wire. Now, they are very good. They're not foolproof. And I have installed them in the past sometimes where there's been no continuity. It hasn't actually made proper contact. Now, that was probably down to me putting them in wrong. So what you can do if you want is before you close the whole thing up, you can test on your output wire that you've got what you want. Or if you actually make contact with the buzz bar, then that's going to test that you've got a pickup from this wire, the green wire. But it's no proof that it's making contact with the insert wire. So when you're all finished, you just take the Scotchlok and you clip that over the top, and it goes all the way across and it snaps into place, and that holds the whole joint together. Scotchloks, great. Okay, so that was really a very short video, probably my shortest ever video actually, on how to use a Scotchlok. These are extremely helpful, useful to keep in your toolbox if you're going on a trip, because you don't need any specific tools to use them. Yes, you can join wires with them, no problem at all. You just, for example, your green wire will be one of the wires, and the black wire with a red trace will be your other wire, and you just put one of each in each of the two grooves, click it together, and it's joined the wire for you. So it can be used for a number of different things. If it's going to be used outdoors, you know, outside the cabin of the car where it's damp and grimy and horrible, like under the engine bay, then you're going to have to cover that in insulation tape. You probably won't be able to use heat shrink. It's quite a large diameter as the actual Scotchlok itself, going down to a small on the wire. It's not going to shrink right down and grip the wire, so really the only alternative is to use insulation tape on these. It's going to help. It's not going to be a proven long-term fix, but it is going to get you out of trouble, and it's very, very quick. Okay, so they're called Scotchloks. I'm not too sure what they're called in New Zealand. Never had to buy any. Still got a huge box of them left over from England. So there you go. My name's Andy Young. I'm one of the automotive lecturers down at Unitec in Auckland. This is one of my basic skills videos, and that's how to use Scotchloks. I hope you found it helpful. If you want to leave any comments or suggestions down below, please feel free, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Cheers. Thank you for watching.